Good Wednesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for February 12th, 2014. And starting off with the NAM, and we're going to go through this next storm here that we're going to be experiencing from about midnight tonight through Friday morning in some places. And this is going to be a very wrapped up system, we think. We're going to take a look at the models tonight. And some of these models are starting to do some things that are backtracking here a little bit, and some of it is concerning and other things are not. But we're going to start off with the NAM here, and you see this energy down south here. This is the energy we're concentrating on. It's going to be a huge ice storm here across Georgia and South Carolina into North Carolina, and then heavier snows into western North Carolina as this system moves up the coast here. We're going to move this up ahead of time here, and the NAM's starting to do it never closes off the low at in the upper levels of the atmosphere at 500 millibars. So what that does is has an elongated low look. You actually have a two low center here, one here and one here, and this is on the NAM. And because this never consolidates, it allows this system, instead of coming up the coast and just hugging the coastline, actually has a curve out here like this. And that means we have less accumulations across our area here. I'll push this a little bit forward here. And we do get hit here. I mean, this is still going to be a hit for much of East Central PA, Southeastern PA, and most of New Jersey here. But you can still see at this point, this is be Thursday, the Thursday morning map. I have one low center here, one sitting right here, and it's not consolidated. So the two are staying separated. We don't have a closed low off the coast. They're all very close to closing it, these models that we're looking at tonight, but none of them are really doing that. And when it does finally close off the low, it's too far east. Instead of this low being out here by the benchmark, we think it's going to be a little bit closer to the coast out here, which makes a big difference from here and here with how far the precipitation gets in and how heavy in our latitude. We're going to move over to the GFS now. GFS has not been showing a solution that we have been in favor with this entire time. GFS typically does not handle a southern stream system very well. It's very good with the northern stream systems and the progressive nature of the northern stream, but the southern stream systems, it seems to struggle more times than not. So latest GFS actually retrograded a little bit. It used to have a low sitting right over Hatteras, and now it's taking a little bit east of Hatteras here and kind of taking it up in this direction here instead of closer to the coast where we think it should be, somewhere about here. And I'll move this a little bit forward here. You see the low, instead of being over Hatteras like it was before, is now east of Hatteras on the latest run. And it has a very wrapped up system here. This is right over the benchmark. When we talk about the benchmark, we're talking about 40 degrees north and 70 degrees west. So this is the benchmark right here. And you have a 986 millibar low sitting right here. And you're only producing light precipitation on the western end here? I don't think so. Something just does not add up here with the GFS. There should be some, if this is the case, and you have a system that's this wrapped up in this case, you should be having some tremendous snowfall up in this area here, and you're just not getting it. You see this very light on this scale here, and even showing some mixing, and this is just completely wrong what the GFS is showing here. So we have not included this as part of our forecast package. Take a look at the Canadian. This is a little bit different. This is the RGEM, which is the short-range Canadian that goes to 48 hours in the future. And I want to start off down here with this red and pink down here is some severe icing here, like we talked about, across Georgia, South Carolina, which is going to make its way into eastern North Carolina as well. We're going to take this through hour-by-hour progression here, and so you'll see the storm coming up the coast here, and the precipitation spreading in here around midnight Wednesday night, and then you see our system here moving up the coast here. Now, one thing I want you to notice here is the low center actually is going to pass right close to Hatteras here. See, it's right over Hatteras here at 993 millibars, which is very strong. But you can see here's where the RGM runs out of steam and the Canadian takes over. So you still got plenty of heavy snow back here in interior Pennsylvania, and then you get some mixing issues going on southeast of Lehigh Valley here as you get down towards I-95. But you see we have a low. This is what the important thing is the Canadian here. This is a very strong low, 981 millibars, and it's just barely east of Atlantic City, and that's what you're going to need if you want to get some heavy snows up in this area here. And I think we're going to be trending to that. I think the Canadian has a pretty good idea of what's going on. And as this system pulls away, you see the development here on the backside where you have a wraparound effect of heavy snow as this system pulls away. So you can get some pretty good snow here. And the Canadian is the closest to verifying our second call that we put out tonight, which is this. And a large swath here between just northwest of Baltimore, Washington, all the way up into Lancaster County, up through the Lehigh Valley to northwest New Jersey, and into southeastern New York, Connecticut here. This is all our jackpot zone of 12 to 18 inches of snow. We went very aggressive on the second call. Still nothing I'm seeing tonight that really is going to make me get worried about are these totals going to be correct. Might have some shifts, either west or southeast, or northwest or southeast. I would bank, if anything, would either hold serve or move southeast, but somebody here, I would say, either in this area here where we have outlined, somewhere in this area is going to get a 12 to 18 inch snowfall over our coverage area. So we don't think we're going to move this much. We still have the Euro that still has to come out later tonight, and that's after this video is recorded. So we don't have that information right now, but we're very confident at this time that our second call map still looks pretty good, and we have some very high amounts exceeding a foot here over a wide area. And then it'll be less down here as you get into Jersey because you're dealing with mixing issues, and then further northwest you'd be less because you're too far away from the low pressure center. So that's how we came up with these totals here, and they are going mostly with the very consistent European model. Of course, it's still looming. Like I said, we had this video before the Euro came out. Now this is, we're going to do the next system here. This is actually Friday night and a Saturday. Another NAM and the GFS are showing another little clipper system moving through here. And this again, overnight. It will be Friday evening into early Saturday morning. Could be doing a couple more inches of snow here if this is correct. But still a ways away, and we have some time to look at that. It's also the NAM at max range, which we know can be a little volatile. So bottom line is just stay tuned to the Facebook page and our Twitter account, especially for the model updates. At EPAWA1 is our Twitter account, and you can follow along today for rapid updates on the models. And we will update with a final call to this map, which is our second call. We will update this at 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening before the snow starts, just a few hours later. I am Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for February 12th, 2014. Have a great Wednesday.